Hey there everyone, and welcome back to the Reactjs training. Now in this video we are again gonna do a simple project, and project is not a big deal in here, but we'll be learning a lot about the logic building as well as to design the dumb components. And the word dumb component here simply means that the component has no idea what's coming up in here. It is just looking up for those number of fields which we have defined in here, as well as those types of value which we have defined. Apart from that, anything can come up and the project is gonna just work. Okay, so what I have done in here is run a few command, that is create React app course purchase, and of course I have done all of this in our full scale apps. So this is what we have done, and obviously the next step would be to cd into the project, that is change directory into the course dash purchase. So it's kind of a simple clicker for the course purchase. There will be a number of courses that will be linked in here, and a user will be able to purchase and to know the final pricing if he selects the multiple courses there. Pretty simple. And then let's just do npm start there. So it's gonna launch up my browser, I think so, and there we go. So my browser is trying to load up. And by the way, if you are looking up this is a momentum add-on that I've got for the Chrome that gives me all the time. Whenever I open up a new tab, every day it gives me some good pictures there. Just a side info. And now let's open up our project there. So let's just open this up on the desktop. It's gonna be in exercise React, full scale apps, and the course purchase. Let's open this up. Okay, that is good so far. Now the very first thing that you have to do is, and by the way, if you are looking up these icons and everything that I've got in here, these are all due to I have added a new plugin there, and that was file editor or file icon name, I guess, file icon name. So that gives me an icon name and looks good, just kind of a visual perspective there. Now the very first thing that you have to do is just go into your app.js, and let me zoom there a little bit. Okay, looks good now. And as we go into the app.js, we are going to define a new component, and we're going to call this component, and that would be a good starting point there. So we will call this as simply course sales as a component. So let's right click on the source and click on the new file, and it's going to be simply course sales.js. Okay, there we go, we got our component. And all we're going to do in here is not much at this point of time. We just want the things to be up and running. So component, and it's going to come up from React. That's good. And our com for component, and we're going to call this as course sales. That is good. And we're going to export that as well. So I'm going to simply say export default course sales, and there we go. And we'll be saying in here, I am from course sales page, so that we can see if something is coming up or not. And let's open our app.js, and make sure you double click to open that, otherwise it's just gonna open that and will go as soon as you click on anything else. So we don't need this guy. This paragraph is not at all important for us. And we're going to change this to welcome to course purchase page. And then inside in here, we're going to call the component that is going to be course sales. Don't forget to close that. It's a self-closing tag. Okay. And straightforwardly, we got an error. You can see that in here. That is pretty common because we haven't imported the stuff in here. So let's just do a quick import, and the import is going to be simply course sales, course sales from /course sales. And I think this should be happy now. Okay, there we go. And all it does, it says is I'm from course sales page. So that is always a good point of starting, because now we have a component, and I would like to move it in here. So we have an app.js and we have a course sales page, and we are good to go. Now what we will be doing in here is we'll be supplying some document or some data from this component, this parent class actually, and we'll be passing that as a property to the course sales page. Okay, so that's all what we are going to be doing in this video. So just go below your render and hit enter there, make some space there. So what we are going to do, we are going to name some courses in here. So that will be our courses, and it's going to be as simply an array of objects. So our first object is going to be simply having a name of the course. So name is going to be, let's just say a complete iOS 10 dev course, which is a really nice course by Igneous again, and it's going to have a price point as well. So right now our price is going to be, let's just say 199. By the way, you can grab them during the sale as well. So I'll hit a comma there, command D, command D, command D. So I'll just randomly put some prices in here, like 299 or maybe 180 and 190. So just some fictitious value I've added, but the courses are not fictitious. So complete pen testing course and complete front-end developer, front-end dev course. And in case you haven't looked out, please check out the front-end dev course. It's the awesome course. And bug bounty course as well. So bug bounty and web app pen testing. Okay, so this is all the data we have, and obviously we need to remove this last comma there. So this is good. I'll like to close this in here as well with a semicolon. So this is our data, and just try to assume that this data could have come from an API or maybe from a database, from the Firebase. So no big deal. All we are trying to replicate in here that there is some data which is coming up, and we are storing that data in a courses variable there. Okay, and we are going to pass this into the course sales. So all we're going to do is we're going to say items. Obviously make sure it's a capital. If you'll make it singular as well, that's good, but it's a good practice. If multiple data is coming up, then we like to call that as. And all we're going to do is courses. Okay, that is good. Now the final objective of this video is just to print out what are the values are coming in here. So again, if you remember, these are the props, and you always have the access to the props using this.props. So all we're going to do is let's just go after this return, and we're going to log the value. So it's going to be this dot props dot, and I guess what I passed in there, items. Okay, so items, and we just want to display all of this. So let's save that, and oops, and did a mistake there, and it's saying unexpected token console.log. And yep, I did a mistake there. So I'll just place the cursor here, command X to cut that, and I'll go into the render and I'll paste that here, save that, and this should fix up the things. I wrote that actually a completely bad place. This is a place where the JavaScript or JSX should be gone, not this line. So my bad. And I'll right click and do a quick inspect there, and go to the console, and we have got an array which has got 4 objects, 0, 1, 2, 3. If in case you cannot see that, there we go, here we are. And if I open that up, we have got complete iOS dev course in 199 USD, of course, and there we go, 299, pretty expensive, but we can grab it in the sale as well. Okay, so things are looking good. So this is a good start, I would say. Within just the first video, we have actually created a separate component. We are passing in some data. Now all we have to do is write up some of the logics that we are going to do in here. But I think it would be a good idea to do them, all of them, in the next video.